Well, hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for the Andesite Blue webinar. Really looking forward to going over our program, how it works, and how we're going to help with rebuilding Ukraine and offering passive income through our emerging market corporate income bonds. Before I go through everything, I'm required to give a disclaimer. I'm going to do that very briefly, and then we'll go through the interesting part of the presentation. So, as accredited investors, you will be aware that all investments carry some element of risk. This investment is only available to investors who are able to assess their own appetite for risk. Please read the risk statement within the investment memorandum before investing. Okay, well, fantastic. We've got that disclaimer done. Now we'll go through this. So we offer a plan to help with the reconstruction and building of Ukraine. This is a private company, a UK company called Andesite Blue. We're registered at Companies House. We offer an emerging market bond that pays from 7.15% to as high as 8.85%, depending on the term of the bond. And we invest into the emerging market of Ukraine. We were here before the war, and we're going to be here after the war. We've always been active in Ukraine, and we'll go through how everything works. Basically, you invest in Andesite Blue Bonds, and then we pay 7.15 to 8.85% interest. With that investment, we are able to fund the reconstruction. We're able to fund healthcare projects, surgical clinics, real estate investments, agriculture, and a variety of projects. So let me introduce the team. I'm just going to briefly mention each team member, but you can, on our website, if you go to andesiteblue.co.uk, you can get more information. If you go to our website, there's considerably more information there on our team. But I'm just going to kind of highlight some of the team members, and then we're going to, on a few of them, we'll mention them in a bit more detail as we go through the presentation here. So the first team member is Nigel Brigden. He's a UK citizen. He's actually the chairman of our board of directors. He's a highly qualified and experienced banker with an in-depth understanding of all aspects of banking that he obtained over a 40-year career. He has excellent contacts throughout the city of London, and he has tremendous experience with domestic and international securities markets, and he's a team member and our chairman of the board. We have Christina Katrakis. She is our international investment coordinator. She has been involved and coordinated a number of multi-million-dollar projects worldwide, and she's had a really impressive career, and she brings a lot to the team. We have Tetiana Kiltika. She is a Ukrainian, but she's also a UK citizen now. She has a UK passport. She's living in London, and her experience includes project management, budget management, and team leadership. She founded actually a UK company prior to Andesite Blue that was focused on the recruitment from abroad for work opportunities for Ukrainians in the UK and Ireland. She adds a lot to the team, and we're happy to have her as a team member. We have Stephen Dyball. He is our senior operations management. He has a tremendous amount of experience with emerging markets. He has worked in over 20 emerging markets around the world, and we will have a different slide where we put some more details in, but he brings a lot to the team. We have Mike Wilson, who is a co-founder of Andesite Blue. He's an American citizen, and he also has a lifetime of business experience. He has been involved with a number of companies. He's worked at some large companies as well, including AT&T, Brother, Panasonic, but all his life he's also been involved with business. As for myself, I'm an American. And prior to forming Andesite Blue, I have been very active in real estate, commercial real estate, and rental properties all over the United States. And then I've also been involved in different startup companies and businesses. So I bring that experience to the team. I'm a graduate at the University of Colorado at Boulder, double major economics and Russian studies. We have Vasil Milnik, and Vasil is a Ukrainian citizen. Vasil Milnik is a Ukrainian citizen, but he's very experienced, not only in business, but he's also connected with the government of Ukraine. He was a former director in the Ministry of Finance of Ukraine. He was elected from the Vitaly Klitschko bloc. And his professional experience and knowledge of political processes is extensive and invaluable. We have Anatoly Landman, also a Ukrainian citizen. He's a businessman. If you've ever traveled to Kiev, Ukraine, the metro that is there in Kiev, he was responsible for the implementation of that project in terms of making sure that the internet was installed. So he organized that project. Fantastic team member. We have Dr. Mark Hong. Dr. Mark Hong is an American citizen. He's our chief medical officer. He's an oral surgeon from the United States, but he's also practiced in the United Kingdom. He's involved because we are not only making investments in real estate and manufacturing and agriculture, but we're also involved in the healthcare space, dental and medical clinics, and he brings a lot of experience in that direction of the team. We have Andrew Richings, who is a consultant. He's a UK citizen, and he's the founder of a company called Thomas Kelly Holdings, which is a boutique private consultancy firm that is focused on fixed income bonds for ultra high net worth and high net worth sophisticated investors. So he helps us with compliance with regulations in the UK and a number of different things. So he's very experienced. Now let's talk about the opportunities. We have all seen the war. We know what's going on there. The government of Ukraine actually created a very interesting initiative called the Twinning Reconstruction Initiative. And basically, different countries take patronage over cities in Ukraine. So the United Kingdom takes patronage over Kiev, the capital. Sweden takes patronage over Mykolaiv. And then if you look, the Republic of Ireland is taking patronage over Rivne Oblast. So this is something that is a really exciting initiative. It was developed with President Zelensky, and it's something that's going to really make a big difference in terms of building Ukraine back even better. Now, in terms of some of the things that have gone on, these reconstruction bonds are an opportunity for investors to earn a fantastic passive income, and we'll talk about how well that works in the next thing. But I want to point out an article that was in the Financial Times recently. Ukraine's Deputy Economy Minister, Alexander Grybin, he told delegates at the Ukraine Infrastructure Forum in London that the country, Ukraine, would become one of the best in the world in terms of opportunities for investors. And that is absolutely right. That is 100% correct, what he said. And while government is going to play a big role, there's also a role for private companies, and that's something that we are very excited about. Last month, the Ukrainian government, they also signed a memorandum of understanding with BlackRock Financial Markets Advisory, which is separate from BlackRock's asset management firm, to provide support to Kiev around attracting investors. And this is an opportunity where if you would like to do something good, if you would like to do something that helps the rebuilding of Ukraine, helps the country, but also earn a significant passive income. Andesite Blue emerging market bonds are exactly perfect for that. And I've got a short clip here that I will show. This is
It was a real honor for Ukraine Invest to sponsor Ukraine House Davos this year, because there were a number of key things that came away from that engagement. There's three basic reasons that were stipulated. We had Sir Suma Chakrabarti, president of the EBRD, basically said that because of the government's reforms, Ukraine is open for business. I think that was a very key message for everybody to hear. The second message that we got was from business itself, major companies that basically said, look, Ukraine, because of the reforms that the government has undertaken, is now a stable, predictable, emerging market. We can wrap our heads around the risk-reward ratio and we can make money. And the third takeaway was that it was given to us by Horizon Capital that had just set up a $200 million private equity fund for investment into Ukrainian small cap companies, saying that Ukraine has highly valued assets that are underpriced, and that this was another fantastic opportunity that to catch Ukraine on the way up as the economy continues to grow.
So that is really exciting, as a matter of fact, what's going on there. So now we'll hear from Steve Dieball. This is a short clip. It's about 1 minute long. And Steve brings so much experience to the team. One thing that we're going to be involved with in this reconstruction is manufacturing plants, medical healthcare facilities, and of course, just reconstruction in general. But
I've got a long history in the manufacturing industry. Engineering, chemistry, either running chemical manufacturing plants or building them. So in the early days of my life was very much in the pure manufacturing, but building plants constantly. And so as life went on, I seemed to have a switch from being just involved in the manufacturing to actually being involved with the design and the building. Life has taken me around the world somewhat. I'm from the UK, but left and moved to Australia. There again, building plants, but not only building plants, we had a lot of plants that needed improved. The efficiencies were poor, and this was when we really.
So we're very fortunate to have him as a part of the team. He brings a lot of experience, and that is something that is going to be so used. Now I want to direct your attention, please, to the type of opportunity that we can offer to our bond purchasers. If you look at the, this is actually compiled from Vanguard, and it's based on data from JP Morgan, Bloomberg, MSCI Russell, and Standard & Poor's Index. We are looking at annualized returns. So global bonds, if we look at global bonds overall, 4.95% annualized return. If you look at US bonds, 4.52%. And a lot of people, they have in their mind that stocks do so much better, but global equity only gets 4.86% on average, if we're talking averages. And the S&P 500 index, which is a kind of thing that people always invest into, 5.43%. Whereas our bonds are fully 300 basis points over that. And we offer from 7.15 to as high as 8.85. So that's a tremendous improvement for an investor on what they can earn. And not only is it a tremendous improvement, they have the satisfaction of knowing that their investment is doing something good in the world in terms of rebuilding structures, in terms of providing housing, in terms of improving the quality of agriculture, energy, medical, information technology in the market in the country of Ukraine. So that is, the question that we sometimes are asked is, how can you pay so much? This is really the advantage of investing in emerging markets. we're able to provide the higher growth returns for our investments. We also are not paying fees to fund managers. Now, I'm sure many of you have had conversations with maybe the hedge funds and the private equity type guys where they, they've got the 2 and 20 and they have those fees down to a science. And I'm not saying those guys don't deserve their fees. I'm not saying those people do not deserve their fees, but I am saying we are not actually paying any fees to fund managers. And that's another reason that we can offer a higher return, is we're not paying those fees. We invest into projects as a secured lender, and then we constantly monitor the project progress. The Andesite Blue team ensures our assets are performing, and we don't outsource that to someone else. So that is another reason why we can offer such higher returns.
That they can
Now
provide.
I want to show a short clip here. This is talking with Svetlana Hiliuk. She's with a company called Ukraine NUA. And Ukraine NUA is a company that is going to be active in the reconstruction of flats and apartments in Ukraine. And Andesite Blue is going to be working with Ukraine NUA. So I'm just going to show this clip. And Svetlana is actually the president of Ukraine NUA.
The humanitarian help
Yes.
to Ukraine, it is very big help to us, especially now
Mhm,
when many people without roof,
mhm.
they are refugees in other countries. Sorry, I can't speak. I will cry now.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so, and well, I'll get into that in more details later. But there, like you said, the services, the lawyer services and the
Mhm.
accounting services, they're also, you're also looking to produce job opportunities for Ukrainians when they come back. So that, because they've lost a lot of their jobs, they're not working. There's a lot of companies have been closed down, and so people are without income. And so we're not just looking to build houses, you're also looking to produce communities and environments where people will have work to be provided, and sources of income and things to rebuild and get their lives back.
Yes, and who will build it? It will build Ukrainian people.
Yes.
They will have their job and they will have their salaries for life,
Yes.
continue their happy life in Ukraine, in new community. It will be modern community with latest technologies and everything. We are working very hard with green energy in
Right.
our communities, and it will be very high quality communities. We are our dream to build communities of future. It must work not 1, 2 years, 10 years or 20. We are looking for about 100 years.
Mhm. Yeah, you
These
want it to be
communities
sustainable and, so,
sustainable
yeah.
modular communities.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be very strong, very modernization with latest technologies.
The other thing, and you touched on it just a little bit now, which is exciting, is that it is Ukrainians' jobs. It's actually not just the fabrication of the homes, on the prefabrication of the homes and the modulars, because that will be done in a factory. And that, so we'll have Ukrainian factory workers, will have employment through that, but you're also creating jobs on inside those communities, and we're creating businesses inside those communities, so that it's all Ukrainian. So we're actually producing the economy that this is sustainable.
Yes, and now we are
Excuse me?
modular manufacturing
Manufacturing
manufacturing homes company speaking with us now. They would like to set up their manufacturing
inside Ukraine.
facility in Ukraine, in Rivne.
Okay.
It will be very big industry. It will be easier to get
Materials and everything.
materials for building these modular communities, and also there will be also jobs for our Ukrainian
Yes,
people.
yes. So let me take a little moment here, and I want to explain to the audience real quick what we're talking about and how this works. It's building of homes. Okay, that sounds like there's just construction workers and men working their hands. Well, in the pre-manufactured homes, in the modular homes, you do have a plant, a factory that has all of the material and everything ready to start putting these homes together. Now, it's not cookie cutters. These are they're better quality. They have better efficiencies. They have better insulations. They retain heat better in the winter and they retain the coolness in the summer. So they're very strong and durable homes. And what's really great about it is that because it's in a factory, you can easily monitor the quality control, which is very important because now you have quality control management that actually looks at each of the processes. So one person, he will be in charge of one little area of his job of a certain part of the construction. And then each person has their own field. Well, they get better and better at it and more efficient. All the tools, all the nails, the screws, the wood, the plastics and material, everything necessary, the insulation is all there, and it goes down like building a car. It goes down a assembly line and builds it together. And then these homes are put together so that they will then be shipped by truck on location. And then so now the other part of the work will be the preparation of the foundations, whether it's a single family dwelling home, or whether it's a multifamily, and such as a high-rise apartments. So these can be done in either way. The other really nice thing about these homes is a design. They're not just boxes. Okay, they have a very good aesthetic look, exterior and interior. The interior is amazing. The neat thing about it is that you can actually pick and choose what you want on the interior. So and this is how we did it in America, that we would go and say, oh, we like this home, we like this design, we like the footprint and everything that and the structure of the plan. But we get to pick the faucets, we get to pick the appliances, we get to pick what we want and how it looks, the carpet or flooring or however. So you can actually customize your own home even before it is made. And then
so that is really exciting, the fact that we're going to be able to do something that helps with the reconstruction, helps to provide high quality homes in conjunction with Ukraine NUA. They are just a fantastic company, fantastic. So now I've got a clip here.
A little bit about you.
This is this clip is this is Bradley Reed, and he's with Ukraine NUA. That's the company that was from before. And then we've got Mike Wilson from Andesite Blue.
Background and what you're doing.
All right, I'm a media guy.
Okay.
Ostensibly started in the media, in radio, television, motion pictures. I have built theme parks in China. I've created nightclubs in London. We've done national radio programs. But then I moved from media into renewable energy. So
Okay.
started to
All
get
right.
into waste to energy, so municipal solid waste into energy, and then solar energy.
Okay.
A few years ago, we created a company here called Ibaji, which was all about doing rooftop solar in Ukraine.
Okay. All right.
Because we had a group in a company in the UK called Maximum Earth Group. And it was about becoming a micro utility built around rooftop solar for large commercial and educational institutions of options.
No, that's fantastic. No, and that's really encouraging, actually. There's a lot of things that you brought up that I wasn't even thinking about or aware of, and it makes it even more exciting to be a part of this development. I'm happy to be working directly at Andesite Blue with Ukraine NUA.
Well, can I just jump in there and
Yes.
say your partner, Ben,
Yes.
awesome man. Absolutely. I've only met him
On a
You
screen.
remember Max Headroom? Back when we were kids, you had Max Headroom. He was a kind of a digital superhero.
I don't
You didn't,
personally.
you didn't watch as much television.
No.
So Ben to me is Max Headroom. He's
Okay.
just on, all I've seen him on is my screen.
Oh, yes.
Because he's in, I think he's in
He could
Moldova at
be,
the moment.
he could be with that one with Al Pacino, Simone or whatever, that movie where she was just only
Yeah,
digital.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
Ben. That's my ace in the hole, you know?
But Ben found us in Ireland,
Mhm.
he's the one that's talked to us about Andesite Blue, and the experience with Andesite Blue has been phenomenal. Absolutely. Ben does these weekly presentations.
Yes,
for
yeah,
the
we got one
bondholders,
this evening, actually,
and
yeah.
one this evening, which is going to be worth dialing into. Love Ben. He's absolutely wonderful. And
Yeah.
so no, the whole experience with Andesite Blue has been great.
Yeah, and so, and actually meeting you and working with you and, you know, just kind of picking the brain and seeing the direction and the vision has been exciting and really phenomenal and encouraging, especially for us as a finance.
People can help themselves. by
Correct,
Joining
exactly.
in, working, and everybody earns.
Everybody there earns, even to the person and to the individuals coming back into Ukraine and have that opportunity to own their home. You
Absolutely.
know, and they're growing and they're earning and they're, you know, one thing I liked what Tiana was talking about was, you know, your home should not be an expense.
Mhm.
You know, she had a vision and being a scientist herself. I mean, she's a very intelligent woman. Her brain does not stop, you know,
Yes.
and that's how she invented and came up with the water project. Is that she says your home needs to be paying you.
Yeah.
You know, and how do you do that? Well, one of the things is solar on the, you know, the solar using that empty real estate on the roof. And there's many different ways to be able to have your home benefit you, not cost you.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, so again, so everybody benefits. So the investor and benefits from it, the developer and benefits from it, the workers, the contractors, the laborers, you know, everybody is benefiting from this,
Absolutely.
so.
And it is the most.
All right, so that is so exciting, and Ukraine NUA is really an excellent company. It's nice that we're working with them on this.
Tell our audience.
So that is very good. Now let's actually talk about some of the advantages and key features of the Andesite Blue Bond. The first advantage is that you can reach your passive income goals more quickly. We offer an annual investment program, and we help you reach your passive income goals more quickly as you desire. You can contact any of our team members to learn more, but in general, if you have a goal in mind, if you're trying to get to, for example, 3,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds, 10,000 pounds, or even 100,000 pounds or more, we can work with you with our annual investment program where you can reach that goal. And that can be done as quickly as possible. Another big advantage is that we offer maximum diversification, because when you purchase an Andesite Blue Bond, you are helping to fund a variety of industries, including healthcare, housing, agriculture, and green energy in the emerging market of Ukraine. As I mentioned earlier, we do not charge any fees. We don't charge our investors any fees, so your money is not going to pay fees. Your money is going to invest into projects that are in these industries. We also offer interest payment flexibility. You can choose to be paid quarterly, annually, or upon maturity if you want the maximum 8.85%. How does the bond work? Well, we offer Andesite Blue of the United Kingdom. We offer passive income bonds to high net worth individuals and institutions. The net proceeds of the bond are used to invest in Ukraine with projects that have been reviewed and passed all due diligence. Our local Ukrainian management company collects the rent and oversees management of the loan portfolio. So we make the process very easy for you. We make it very straightforward. Here's an illustration of returns. If you were to purchase a 100,000 pound bond, and say you chose the 36-month term, say you said that you wanted to receive quarterly payments, you would get a 7.15% rate. And over the course of those 36 months, you would receive 21,450 pounds in interest, and you would receive your 100,000 pounds in principal back. So it is something that is very good. And then we also have, if you wanted the maximum, if you wanted to go for the 8.85%, you could do a 60-month term. You would receive 55,000 pounds in interest and your 100,000 pound back. So a lot of options there. Here are some other questions. Why should one invest in the bond? Well, I believe that an investment in the bond is suited to investors that are seeking an above average return on their investment. Of course, if you just want an average return, you could choose another financial product. But if you want above average, the Andesite Blue Emerging Market Bond meets that requirement. We offer an above average return. We offer a return that is several hundred basis points over gilts. If you want the security of an asset of a bond that is asset backed, we offer asset backed loans. How long term is the bond? The bond ranges from 36 to 60 months, and as a convenience, we can, if you desire, we can automatically renew it on an annual basis. But that's your choice. We will have the money ready for you at 36 months or at 60 months. But if you don't have something to place it in, you want to keep it working just as a convenience, we can automatically renew it. But we give you plenty of notice. It's your choice, and we will do what you want. It is our pleasure. Another question that we sometimes get asked is, can I put the bond into my self-invested personal pension? Well, that is a great question. That is actually up to the approval of your SIP provider. You would need to check with your SIP provider on that. I can't see any reason that it wouldn't be approved. And if you have a problem where your SIP provider, for example, maybe they don't understand the product, feel free to have them contact us. We can talk to them. And we know a lot of other SIP providers as well. So we can help if you have something like that. You're making an investment in a corporate income bond here. Who can invest? Well, I've got some good news here. The first requirement is that you have to be over 18 years old. And the good news is that based on the people that are here at this meeting, I think everyone will safely probably qualify. Probably everyone will qualify. You could also be a trust. You could be a company. You could be a charity. Come one, come all. We welcome you to Andesite Blue. It's designed for certified high net worth and sophisticated investors, but we make that process so easy. We do the KYC. We've simplified it. We've streamlined it. And we want your business and we appreciate your business. So we get that taken care of quickly for you. How is the tax managed? Well, we pay all the money to you. We don't get our hands on the interest and deduct some for tax. We pay every bit of it to you, and then we let you and your tax professional decide how much tax you should pay, because depending on what country you're in, depending on your marginal tax rate, that varies. So the easiest is if we just pay all the money to you. We pay the proceeds are paid gross. Is there a limit on how much you can invest? That's a great question. The suggested investment is 100,000 pounds. We offer no upper limit. We can work with institutional investors that are looking to do very large placements, and we're able to work with them closely. But if you're also an individual investor and you want to get started on an annual investment program, but let's say you wanted to start with something less than 100,000 pounds for your first few years, we can work with that. We value your business, but that's kind of the way that we have it set up, but we are very flexible. Can I get access to the money early? Well, folks, no. This is a product that is not like the day trading thing where you can log in and log out and sell at a loss. We place the money into investments that are longer term. So it's one that if you plan on 36 months, you should plan on waiting 36 months. But that can sometimes work in an investor's favor, because a lot of those day traders that are moving in and out, they just lose more money when they change their mind all the time. And with this, you can make a decision one time and we can get to work for you long-term for 36 to 60 months. We pay the interest to a bank account that you designate. If you want more information on investing, just go to our website, fill out the contact form. I'm going to very quickly go through a few projects. I'm not going to talk in detail, but just to show you some real projects that have that we're looking at. I'll do this real quickly, about a minute per project or less. So here is Ukrainua, the modular communities. We saw earlier, we heard Bradley and Svetlana and Mike talking about this project. This is a project that is going to have a £3 to £5 million cost in the first phase. And then as we do more phases, there'll be more there, but this is a great one where it's going to be rebuilding. Dairy products, this is something that is a 7.6 million project that should have about a very good, strong ROI, and it's an exciting project. It's one that we're excited about. This is also a great project that we are excited about. Export substitution of ethanol. Basically, with this, it is something that will increase the value of local crops by doing local processing to critical commodities. You know, the food is so important, and that's something that when you purchase a bond, this is a project that can be funded. So that's something that helps with food. We have also a logistics center in Kiev. That's something that we're looking at. That's a larger project. It's about 34 million. We're going to potentially be working with some other groups on that. Modern brick factory. I know that may not sound high tech or fancy, but in reconstruction, it is critical to have those bricks. And we want to look at this project it's a $118 million project and should be able to put out about 90,000 bricks per year. So that's exciting. Ceramic block production. This is one that, again, with all the reconstruction that's needed, these ceramic blocks are critical. This is a relatively smaller project. It's 1.8 million. And it's one that offers a 60% ROI, so very exciting. So that is the presentation, and I want to thank everyone for taking the time to hear this out. We welcome you as a new person to Andesite Blue. We're happy to have you. We're happy to work with you. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me or any of the other team members. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now. We offer these webinars, we hold them each Thursday at 6:30 p.m. UK time. So if you missed this one and you're watching it on the internet, or if you have come to this one and you want to come back again every week at 6:30 p.m., we offer these. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording, and then I'll be happy to answer any questions that anyone may have. So